how did her career kind of end up after the show? Because, like I said, I'm not really familiar with her.
Not as good as it should have. And that's what the difference is. Debra will tell you that's not important to her. And I believe she's genuine when she says that. All I'm saying is, and I've always said this, listen, man, take me out of the equation. Whether it's Mo, whether it's Debra, whether it's Nicole Sullivan, Michael McDonald, the cast that I came up with, everybody was so brilliantly potent and fearless and funny. There's no way Mo Collins shouldn't be bigger than what she is. There's no way Will Sasso shouldn't be. And even though Will, he works, he's on TV shows here and there, he's he dabbles in things, but in terms of his level of talent, Will should be a bigger name. Debra should be a bigger name. Nicole Sullivan, Michael McDonald, they all should be bigger names.
Well, Michael McDonald had the Keep Forgetting song. You can't forget about that.
The what?
Keep Forgetting.
No, that's Michael McDonald, the singer.
I know, I'm messing with you.
Oh, let me do the jokes, nigga. Let me do the jokes. That was terrible.
That was terrible?
It was terrible.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at the Mad TV cast, and it's huge.
You're talking about it from the
just period.
Oh.
The entire Mad TV cast.
Well, I mean, it changed though.
It changed. Exactly.
Yeah.
How many years did it go for?
14.
14
How
years.
many years was it great? 8, 9.
Okay. Out of the whole cast, and there's looks like maybe about, I don't know, 40 people or so?
Over the course of
50
14
people?
years, yeah.
Who is the most successful person from that show today?
You have to say, well, even though he's not really in front of the camera, Jordan Peele.
Right.
Because
he was on there.
Yeah, he was on there. But
Key and Peele were both on there, right?
Key and Peele were both on there,
Okay.
but Jordan is now producer-director.
Right.
And, Oscar winner. So I would say Jordan.
Okay, what about in front of the camera?
Whew, in front of the camera.
Because Mila Kunis was actually on the show.
No, she was not as a regular.
Okay, so maybe she just guest appeared?
Guest appearance.
Okay,
yeah.
got it. I'm just looking at the list when I Googled it.
No. Wow. I would say probably the busiest would be Will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Even though Debra, and I said this on the podcast, I'm a gamer. And Debra does a lot of voiceover for very popular video games. She Call of Duty, Days Gone, both not just her voice, but her image. So as a gamer, I didn't even know that until I was playing Days Gone and I saw her image and heard her voice and I was like, oh shit. So, she's kind of heavy in the video game world.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the cast. Was Ike
Barinholtz.
Barinholtz? He's on that show, The Studio, now.
Yeah, you know what?
By the way, have you watched that?
No, I wasn't even.
Brilliant.
With Seth Rogen?
Brilliant.
Then you know what? I take that back. It might be Ike Barinholtz. Because he's also been in
Yeah, he's been in a bunch of stuff.
A bunch of movies, yeah.
Yo, but I'm telling you, The
Suicide
Studio,
Squad, yeah.
oh my God, is just so brilliantly done.
I heard. I'm going to check it out.
It was so well done.
It's on my watch
so
list.
well done.
Yeah.
It really just captures just sort of Hollywood, and it's almost like Curb Your Enthusiasm set in a Hollywood studio.
Yeah.
So essentially, Seth Rogen becomes the new head of a major Hollywood studio, but he sort of bumbles along.
Yeah.
Right? And he's pissing off everybody, and and they have such great cameos like Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, it's almost like Entourage in that.
Kind of like
sense,
that, yeah. What's the name of the other major director that was in there? Played Opie.
Oh, Ron Howard.
Ron Howard is in it. You know what I'm saying? You got major stars in it. Well, anyways, man, it was cool to actually see, you guys kind of interact and so forth. I thought that was a cool episode.
Yeah.
And, man. Glad
listen, I said on the show, even though I can't remember what the exact number is of all the people that were on when I was on, and I worked with Michael McDonald, I worked with Alex Bornstein, Nicole Sullivan, but everybody had their guy or gal who was the best they were with in terms of comedy chemistry. And my three people was Debra, Mo, and Will. Whenever I was paired up with one of them three, man, it was Pippen and Jordan, man. Shaq and Kobe. You know, we knew how to vibe off each other.
Well, you said you actually were disappointed when you got on the show because you were on SNL.
Well, yeah, I mean, SNL was like my first love. You know, I grew up watching Eddie Murphy on SNL.
And I mean, look, to be fair, and I think we sort of proved this by our, the conversation we just had. Yeah, people have done pretty good for Mad TV, but not like SNL in terms of springboard. SNL is just the springboard for major comedians.
It's the NBA to Mad TV's ABA. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of respectable players came from the ABA when eventually went to the NBA, a la Dr. J.
Yeah.
But nobody fooled themselves. You know, SNL was a monster.